Good morning, guys. It's Monday morning here. It has been another great past week, and we have got a lot going on this week. So let's walk around the farm for a little bit, get a little update on what's all going on, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So first off, behind me, we've got some chickens. All these guys are gonna get butchered in about an hour. It's kind of early, so the guys aren't here quite yet. But these guys are right around 8 weeks old. They're looking pretty good, and we definitely need the meat to fill up our freezer room and to meet our sales. So we're pretty excited that we're finally gonna get a good, decent little butcher this morning. So then back over here, I don't know if you can see it kind of in the distance there, all of our empty houses. We're gonna take all those in this field and bring them all the way down to that end where the cows are. So we've been doing kind of some intensive grazing management, if you will, with our cows. And so we're gonna bring them up, give them another 50 or 60 feet right now on the other side. And they've been kind of grazing down where all of the chicken tractors are gonna go. So hopefully that keeps our grass a little bit shorter and we didn't have to actually cut the grass. So. Here we've got all the chicken tractors brought down over here. We got a nice new paddock right over there for the cows. So now I gotta get out of the way, see if we can get these guys to walk through this hole we left for them. And there they go, just like they're supposed to. Just hopefully not too far. Ah, they see the next line. Perfect. So here's a little shot of the cornfield. Now this corn just started tasseling this week, and it is just growing like crazy. I would say some of this corn is easily 9-10 feet tall. You can start seeing some of the cobs popping up on there. So we are super excited about this. It just looks so good and full. Hopefully we'll get some good production on the cobs. And this guy right here is looking a lot better. He's my one little steer. So when we got him, he was so small that I went ahead and banded him. And it all worked out just fine. So here we are at the Brooder house. These guys have been in here for just over 2 weeks, like 2 weeks, maybe on a weekend. So this morning, as soon as we get all their housings lined up, we will be able to take them out to pasture. So they've done really well in here. This building's gone pretty good. We haven't finished the outside access yet, so they haven't been able to run around outside. So we'll hopefully get that finished up by the time we do our next group. Back over here at the Brooder house, we got the panniers in here and we're getting all the chickens loaded up. So what we do is we kind of build like a little trap. Right over there is kind of a little trap. And so now they kind of herd the chickens into that trap. Then it makes it real easy to just load them up without stressing all of them out too bad. Well, the chickens have moved outside and they look nice and happy. It's a nice day for them to be out here, getting some fresh grass, fresh water. Still gotta get their feed in there, but we'll get that in a couple minutes. So this is what makes our chickens so different than, you know, a regular confinement-based chicken, is these guys are gonna spend their next 5 weeks growing out here on fresh pasture. Because they're in these smaller groups, they generally stay really healthy. We never have to give them any antibiotics or any medicine or anything, and just lots of food. So the pigs got a new home. So after the last few weeks of all the rain, we were starting to get a lot of mud in their last pasture. So last week, started building this new paddock for them. When they get a new place. Oh, good morning, pigs. You guys eating breakfast? I'm gonna head over now to the community center and start digging out where we're gonna put the soccer depot. But before I do that, we should probably get some air in these tires. Some air here. This one has a little leak. So we grow moringa in a few spots on the farm here, and well, we don't like use this as like an enterprise on the farm to you know, make a moringa powder and sell that, or the seeds or anything. We do save the moringa and dry it out to mix into the chicken feed. So we'll just take it and kind of, we don't have any like exact calculations of how we mix it. We just kind of take some and mix it in because it is definitely good for the chickens. And it's something we can just grow here. It helps them with their different minerals. And so it's already Tuesday. Monday flew by, ended up not really getting out to the community center land. We had a flat tire on the Bobcat. It's not one that we could just put a plug in. It's more of a slit, and so every time I put a plug in, it kept pushing out. So we're looking for a used Bobcat tire, which we might have a lead-on one from one of our neighbors, and then hopefully we can get that fixed and get that going again. Inside the feed mill where I'm at right now, we've had the feed mixer broken again for the past few weeks. So behind me, you'll see this big pile of feed. We've just been mixing it on the ground. We tore apart the mixer again today. The problem that we had fixed last time was still fixed, which is good, but another weld had broke on the inside. So we're P-Up's welding that right now, and hopefully by the end of today we can make a batch of feed. So last time, you can see that little cut in there. The auger had actually cut that housing. And so we thought that had probably been cut again, but no, it looked fine. The problem was these little ears right here had come off, and so the whole thing was shaking on the inside. But anyways, they're welded back together now, and hopefully we get back to making feed. Good job, P.U. There's the Bobcat tire. It's off. The tech just got back. He said the used tire is good, so we're gonna go pick that up, get that tire switched, and hopefully get the Bobcat going again this afternoon. Good job, Ted.
Yes.
Last week we started working on the 4020. We got the new clutch in. We took it apart. We changed out the clutch. We put it back together, but it's still not quite running right. Slash moving. Right here is the clutch housing. Turn it around here. So this is where the clutch housing. This right here, this line is where the tractor actually separates. And so we separate it into two pieces. We put the new clutch in there, but there's a little shaft that comes through, and the first time we had wrecked a bearing. So we took it apart again because it wasn't working, and replaced that bearing, but it still isn't quite right. So I got some more parts ordered. They should be here in the next, hopefully this Thursday, this week, and then we'll try it again for the third time. So, you know, it's one of those things where we're on a learning curve as well here. The cool part is though, we were able to take this tractor completely apart, work on it, and put it back together in about 3 hours. And so, you know, while we're here learning, we're also gonna be able to keep this tractor running because we know how to work on it now. And so we don't count it as a failure yet. It's just more of a learning opportunity. Check this out over here, guys. We brought in a bunch more gravel this past week. Got this built up. I wouldn't mind it if it was still a little bit higher, but I'll take it for what it is. And we've got all of our implements over here. We're actually short a few pieces of roofing tin, but they came in this week. And so we'll get this even a little bit longer. Then we'll be able to get the plow, which is sitting right there. We can get that guy brought in over here too, and everything will be out of the weather. So that always makes me really happy to not have stuff sitting out in the sun and the rain. We even got a spot right here we can put the Bobcat. This was kind of one of my fun little projects last week. I built this little slip guide to go on the forks. That way we can move the trailers around. Tet was really impressed. Well, guys, that's going to conclude this week's video. I hope you've enjoyed going on the farm with me the past day and a half. And we've got always a lot of awesome stuff going on around here. Tomorrow's a pretty cool day. Tomorrow is the 16th of June, and that is our Haiti-versary. My wife and I have always kind of remembered that day. It's important. It's the day that we actually moved to Haiti 11 years ago. It's been quite a path. Well, we've been now doing new routes for 5 years, which seems crazy long. But we're just continued to be super blessed. None of this is possible without the faithful support of so many people stateside. You guys are what keep the lights on, and we always want to say thank you, and we appreciate that. We're just, so privileged to be called to Haiti, to live here, and to thrive here. Our family loves living in Haiti. This past weekend, we were able to go to a little island off the coast here. It's called Ilarat, or Amiga Island, and it's a really cool place. So to finish off this week's video, there's gonna be a little montage of some of our kiddos out snorkeling. There's a pretty cool canyon that we get to snorkel over. There's also some reefs that they've been building to try to help establish more reefs, and some natural ones. So I hope you guys like that. It was an awesome day, and we had a ton of fun. So thank you guys. Be sure to like the video, subscribe it, and we'll see you back in another week or so.